And defensive sophomore from Argyle, Texas, number 4, Cole Lucky. And defensive freshman from Forest Lake, Minnesota, number 16, Connor Bruss. And forward, a freshman from Andover, Minnesota, number 10, Ethan Lindo. And forward, a junior from Powell, Ohio, number 21, Anthony Vidrick.
Oh, he's from Ohio. That sucks. Are we muted on the stream right now? Are we muted on the stream right now?
Hey, welcome back, Dog Pound. Let me hear ya. Here's the 21 for your corner. Between the fight, a junior from Allen, Texas, number 72, Alex Proctor. And the sophomore from Windsor, Ontario,
I'm going to cue when we talk. So he's going to unmute, and then he's going to flip the scene on the video. So then we can start talking, okay? No?
No, we gotta, because what that legal ID, I mean, it's a legal ID, and then we gotta go in right after it. So if he can get that off in the span of like a second, we're good. I think you can. Can you get that off and like unmute the span of a second? Click. Yeah, because we're requisite on the countdown that comes from that. So if we can do that in a second, we're golden. Which it's just 2 buttons, right? It's just a button, right? Yeah. Then we're fine.
Hey, we're good.
Perfect.
Time for day, everybody.
We'll be doing this. I'll just come up and tap you on the shoulder.
We'll do it.
Today's officials are Charles Travis Alberg, Sean Hauser, Jason Peters, and Bryce Wold. Please join us in welcoming the UWSP.
Is that gum? Is that pistachio?
It's gum. You want me to spit it out?
Because I can hear it.
I didn't even think. I totally forgot it was.
Little broadcasting trick for you. Behind the thing, yeah.
Please rise and honor America as Ellie Weaver sings our national anthem.
All right, Mateo, type in, give countdown 10 seconds left. Countdown when 10 seconds left. No. 8 seconds. Hello, everybody, and welcome into KB Willet Arena for Fight Night here in Wisconsin. It's a conference matchup, number 10, UW Stevens Point versus unranked but receiving votes, UW River Falls. My name is Liam Statz. Just a reminder, you are listening to WWSP Stevens Point, the student voice of Pointer Athletics. I'm joined here in the booth here on YouTube. The stream brought to you by Sports Point. Jacob Spoerl, it's lovely to have you back with me here in the booth.
It's lovely to be back, Liam. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing amazing. It's never a bad night when there's Pointer hockey in the Madhouse. on Minnesota. It's going to be a great one tonight. Point comes in ranked number 10 in the nation, looking to claim that number 1 spot as we are underway here in Stevens Point. Falcons are going to get off to an early jump into the Pointer zone. That'll squirt free into the slot. Hell, Pointers will try to clear as Kemalewski will take it out of the zone. Pointers actually playing a couple of men down. Healthy scratches, not really. They are receiving suspensions after a little bit of extracurricular activities last weekend in that final game against UWSP. A 1-0 affair, one in overtime, and perhaps the biggest brawl I've seen since the water bottle game after that one, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, you were expecting a fight night tonight, like you said, but that was that past weekend in Stout, or in Menominee, I should say, against Stout. A competitive matchup that you'd like to see, maybe not with as much aggression or players getting taken out of the game. But
yeah, 4 Pointers, actually 6, but 2 suspensions repealed. 4 Pointers will serve a 1-game suspension. Dawson Chirino, who is tied on the team in goals, that's a big loss. Sean Bunting as well, Chris Engelbert and Josh German all serving 1-game suspensions as we resume play here in the River Falls zone. There is a trip behind the play, no call upcoming. Blake Norris back in the lineup for the first time in quite a while, as that one's going to come free all the way down, no icing. Proctor makes a 1-man miss. That's a pass all the way up the middle. Hustle if he hurries. That's Kemalewski there, just could not get there in time to capitalize on that opportunity. Kemalewski, one of the fortunate ones to sneak away with a repealed suspension, so he'll stay in the lineup tonight. Alex Davis in there for the Falcons. That comes out to the corner for Joey Foss. He's pushed up. Referee getting tangled up in there as well as Tyler German. And Peyton Hart in the slot. A quick shot and an easy save there for Brennan Boyton. The junior 186 foot from Champlin, Minnesota, played for Fargo in the UCHL.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier, Liam, Dawson Chirino tied with leading the Pointers in lead for goals scored
with Peyton Hart, actually. Yes.
So, and that record was beat, or Peyton inched him out the last game I did with you. So we'll see how long that'll remain.
Set a program record last time we were here against, I do believe that was St. Scholastica.
Yes.
For the quickest goals scored in succession. Took 13 seconds for him to get to. That actually, the second one was his 50th career goal. He was hoping to come into the season with a win, as River Falls will win that one. And taken down behind the play is Alex Davis hitting the boards. The Pointers come away with it in the River Falls zone. Joseph Manning in the corner. That one out towards the point, intercepted by Alex Atwill, and he'll start a rush up the ice. Flipped into the zone. Waiting for it is Reed Loon. A shot towards the goal, and an easy save there for Alex Proctor. First one of the night. Alex Proctor making himself known, a standout in this Pointers crowd. We've had the very, very fortunate time of being able to talk to him the past couple of years. He is simply spectacular, and one of the nicest men you'll ever get to talk to.
Absolutely. One of our good buddies, and he's been on my show, been on your show, but he has had a good second half of the season so far, having a couple of shutouts under his belt.
Much better.
Season. Much improved as the season has gone on.
And we saw some time split between him and Ryan McGuire. You kind of thought maybe that'll be the go-to tandem. Haven't seen a lot of Matthias Smith. The last time he played was actually my sophomore year, so just about 2 years ago. Did not play any of his sophomore year last season because of an off-season injury. Has returned to the roster, but he has not played a game since that season, since his freshman year. As here come the Pointers the other way. It'll be icing waved off. A pretty big crowd here in Stevens Point, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems very quiet, actually.
Well, you know, Liam, right when a goal gets scored against River Falls, it is absolutely going to implode, explode, whatever word you want to use.
Adam Reisigle making his way back into the lineup for the first time in about 5 games. He'll give chase into the corner, River Falls zone, over for Matthew Falls behind the cage. Pass out to the point. Reptomovsky takes a shot, hits a man in front. It'll be recollected behind the net for Adam Reisigle, stolen away by Ethan Lindahl. Ethan Lindahl will flip that one up the ice over for Hunter Jones. Intercepted center ice by number 28 for the Pointers. That's Matthew Schulmeister. Also making a return in the lineup. First time in forever as Alex Proctor turned the puck over, and he made the follow-up save. There was a chance there right in front by number 21, Anthony Vidrick, but Proctor made the save. He had the turnover, but made the save.
Yeah, that was crucial. This will be a battle in the nets between Boynton and Alex Proctor. It's exciting to see who's going to come out on top.
That one dumped in by Gino Colangelo. Icing waved off. The River Falls bench wanted that one,
Boynton
but
was
it'll
sure
be
of it.
flipped out by Dylan Smith. Interesting fact about Dylan Smith, he actually served on the FISU team for USA a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow.
That was an international affair. A bunch of D3 college kids actually got the opportunity to represent the United States internationally. That was a wonderful job there. The FISU games happening this year, but no players from the WIAC selected as Fletcher Anderson will muscle in, flips towards the net, and knocked away by Brennan Boynton. Pointers will recover. Fletcher Anderson at the point, drops it back, as Aiden Mosier takes a shot. Down in the corner now. Back for Anderson in front of the cage. Can't hold on to it. Blake Norris into the corner. Tried Poulias, takes the shot, follow-up chance, and it'll be kept in the zone by Aiden Mosier at the line. Mosier over for Norris, neath the face-off circle, back for Mosier at the point, takes a shot, and fought away by Boynton. Brennan Boynton having a good game so far as that one back across the ice for Mosier, just not able to get there for that one. Andrew Poulias, the captain in the game now. Back across for Nico Kemalewski, really fighting for it, battling Alex Davis for it along the far boards. Back into the corner by Max Collette. Max Collette, we've called his name quite a few times the past couple of years. One of the best competitors along the WIAC. That one knocked in. Here come the Pointers. Spins, turns, and fires for Peyton Hart, but it hit a man in front. That would have been a golden opportunity for Peyton Hart, but great defense from number 7, Burke Simpson for River Falls. And we will have, I think that might have been an icing, and it will be an icing going down the entire length of the ice into the Pointer zone.
Now, the last time I did a game with you, Liam, I actually had an icing tracker. Several have already been waved off, but just keep it interesting. But that's our first icing of the game.
We had, I think, what was it, 8 icings last time
Yes.
you were up in the booth?
Wow,
It
you
was,
remember that.
Yeah, of course I remember that.
Good job.
Peyton Hart in to take the face-off. River Falls won, but it was immediately stolen away, and I do say stolen, by Hunter O'Brien, as here comes Alec Hamady cutting it towards the net, backhand shot, and a save there from Boynton as it was trickling out in front of the crease, and nobody could get a stick on it. Both teams battling for it now in front of the face-off circle. Hamady in there with German, back up front for Hart, and stolen away by the River Falls Falcons. Zipped the other way by Alex Atwill, puts on the brakes, up for Burke Simpson, good poke check there, as it'll come for Peyton Hart behind the cage. Peyton Hart will start the rush up the ice for the Pointers off the stick of number 22, Hunter O'Brien, and they'll go for a change. That'll go the length.
I don't think I've ever seen that. The way he spun that back towards their own net to get some subs in, that was pretty cool. Oh, there's icing number 2.
Number 2 of the night. We got to put up a little tracker on the stream.
Oh, no. Now you got something Mateo, our tech guy's got to do. I guess if he can find a way. No, we're not going to put that pressure on you, Mateo. Maybe an idea for another time.
Mateo, is this your first hockey game, Mateo?
Like doing
working, okay.
Yeah, no, he's been to a couple.
Face-off won by the River Falls Falcons. Shot around the corner by Cole Telecki. Kept in by Adam Reisigle and the near boards right in front of us, Is battling for it now is Quinton Hill. He'll come away with it behind the cage. Looking to pass it out to the point and does. Has Evan Junker, the captain. Long shot, puts it wide, rings off the glass. All right, Evan Junker actually, this is like getting your own rebound in basketball. He was the first one there. As Owen Dean with it now up the center ice. Fletcher Anderson shakes off a hit. Matthew Falls as well. This is a broken stick or just a stick, it appears, in the River Falls zone. They'll look to get another rush started. A long stretch pass finds Anthony Vidrick. A good poke check from the Pointers ends that threat. That one shot in off the glove of Blake Norris. Kind of looked like a first baseman there as he was trying to keep that one. Big hit in center ice. Sitting him down was Michael Evtomovsky. Taking a seat was Ethan Lindahl. As here come the Pointers now on a rush. Klaus Yogi making his way back into the lineup. Have not actually called his name since that Marion exhibition right at the start of the season, as there's a shot out front, and it's saved by Boynton. Gino Colangelo over for Norris. Back for Evtomovsky at the point. That hits a stick, goes wide. Logie tried to get the follow-up chance, and he puts it off the side of the cage. Klaus Yogi turns and fires that one back into the River Falls zone. Long stretch pass. That'll be icing waved off. Proctor out of his net to play that one. He'll leave it for Joseph Manning. As Fletcher Anderson will give chase. Intercepted by the Falcons at center ice. Over for Johnny Myers. Myers around for Dylan Smith. Center ice, takes a shot, save. Alex Proctor puts a glove on, and we'll get another stoppage. Alex Proctor remaining cool to the situation.
Yeah, and he was bobbing his head up and down. He's a fan of this one. Now you're starting to feel, at least I'm starting to feel the crowd's getting a little bit more into it. But once we score, or once the Pointers score, it'll be a completely different game. I don't know if that vibe has hit the Falcons yet, but it might in a little bit.
Face-off taken by the captain, Andrew Poulias. He'll get a win. Dangerous pass in front of the net. I don't know if you saw that, but Fletcher Anderson, he'll get closed off along the far boards. Both teams battling for it along the blue line. Aiden Mosier makes a man miss. Tightrope over for Anderson. Back for Poulias. Oh, that was some good passing there. He just couldn't find it as Aiden Mosier takes his man down, and Anderson couldn't keep that one in at the line. Joseph Manning comes right up for us, actually hits off the top, and it's up here in the booth.
Oh, we got to keep that.
We got to keep that.
Oh,
that's a souvenir. Oh, my goodness. An official game clock up for us here in the booth.
I got to let the rest of the staff get to hold this.
Oh, my goodness.
Mateo, you're first. I'll give it to Lexi before she's got to operate the camera. That's all. Just one.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you where that's going, Jacob.
Can we cut that in half? Can I have half?
No,
of that?
that's going on the set.
Oh, such a smart man.
That one shot the length of the ice. I've only had that happen a couple of times up here in the booth. Actually hit the pipe above us.
You don't know how fast I ducked, Liam. That was, oh my goodness.
A comedy of errors keeps that one in the booth for us as here come the Falcons the other way. Takes a shot. A little bit of a slap shot there for Burke Simpson. Goes off a pointer into the corner. Both teams fouling for it. Evan Junker without a stick. As the Pointers get it a clear, and it'll be no icing. Touched by the Falcons. It wouldn't have been an icing anyway as Peyton Hart beat everybody there. Pass out in front for Peyton Hart. Oh, he puts it wide. Peyton Hart puts it just wide of the goal, and you can see he's frustrated with himself at that one. Wide open net for Peyton Hart, 6x4, and he couldn't put it home.
Oh my goodness. Had an opportunity there. I'm sure he'll seize another one later.
Chance now in front for the Pointers. Backhand shot and just couldn't put it into the back of the net. That was Matthew Falls. Would have been his third of the season. Out top now for Lake Norris. Up top, it will have a high stick, so neither team can play that puck, and we'll get a whistle.
It looked like that could have been a potential trip after that. Crowd was not happy with that one. Not sure if that is what is getting called, and it's not.
No, it was high stick. So what happened was one of the Falcons players played the stick above the puck above his shoulders, like raised his stick up to play that one while it was in the air.
I don't think I've ever met anybody who is in tune with the hockey world as you are, Liam Statz, and that is a compliment for sure.
Thank you, Mr. Jacob. River Falls will win the draw, and they'll try to clear. Intercepted center ice, but right back for the Falcons as they'll have a rush now. Gib Cody puts it towards the net, fought off by Alex Proctor, but the Falcons aren't finished. Owen Belial will put that one in the front of the net, intercepted by the Pointers as here they come on the ice. Owen Dean, a long shot in, fought off by Boynton. Back for Dean into the corner, puts it behind the net, and it'll be taken by Owen Belial. Bad pass in front. Aiden Moser just couldn't get there as O'Brien fights him off. And the Falcons will go for a change. Alex Proctor out of the net to play that one. And now on the stick of Alex Johnson. Alex Johnson playing in his first collegiate NCAA game as he has been a healthy scratch all season. But with the suspensions, everybody needing a roster spot to fill.
And that's a great opportunity for him. You love to see it, and hopefully he'll take advantage of it.
Penalty upcoming. Klaus Yogi's stick is split in half on the ice. That's an easy slash call, and we'll have our first power play opportunity for the Pointers. That's an easy call to make, probably the easiest one he's ever going to have. Some chopped lumber, basically, behind the net.
Chopped timber.
Chopped timber.
So, I mean, I guess I have to start another tracker for broken sticks because that's the second one we've had. So we've had two icing calls, two broken sticks. Got to add all these graphics on the video stream.
Well, when I tell you that's the easiest call to make, I do mean that's the easiest call to make. His stick split in half on the ice, and the Pointers are off to their first power play opportunity. They have the sixth best in the nation and the leading power play scorer in Peyton Hart as Fletcher Anderson with it now at the face-off circle. Wheels around into the corner, back out point for Joe Manning. Takes a shot, hits a man in front, and the Falcons are going to get an early clear. That one will go the length of the ice. Proctor all the way out into the corner to play that one, and he'll leave it for Joseph Manning. Here comes Joe Manning. Makes a man miss at the, oh my goodness, he broke his ankles at the blue line. Joseph Manning has Andrew Pulias with a couple of good moves, and he'll drop it back
are
for
still on the ice.
Fletcher Anderson. Andrew Pulias fighting for it now into the corner. Both teams battling for it. That'll come free, and the Falcons will get another clear. I don't think they're going to go for the normal power play opportunity. As wheeling around for it now on the stick of Kemalevsky. Kemalevsky over the blue line. Puts on the brakes, face-off circle. Cross for Hart, couldn't get that one on goal. Andrew Pulias has that one poked off his stick. Kept in by Evan Junker at the blue line. Well, a good clear. Evan Junker's shot fought off by Boynton into the corner. Peyton Hart with it now. Behind the cage pass, out to the point for Fletcher Anderson. Junker with a drive, and that's a block shot for Hunter Jones. They'll feel that one in the morning as Hunter Jones coming up big on the penalty kill. A block shot, and then clears the puck. Evan Junker, the captain, on his stick over half ice, drops it back for number 15, Tyler German. Over to Klaus Yogi, but a good poke check from the River Falls Falcons ends that one. Well, I tell you, this is a great penalty kill unit from the Falcons.
Yeah, absolutely. There's only about 10 seconds left here before even on both sides, but it's getting a little bit more aggressive, at least from what we're seeing up here in the booth.
Owen Dean out to Klaus Yogi at the point. Across for Tyler German as that ends the power play. German back across, couldn't find Dean. And here come the Falcons the other way. It's an even strength. In the stick of Arseny Smekov. And a sliding Evan Junker keeps that one out of the back of the net. Out to the point, back across. Now Chance now in front as there was a bad pass, but recollected by the Falcons. Chance out from the point and an easy blocker save there by Alex Proctor. Back behind the net. Proctor didn't see where it was for a second as Tyler German with it now tries to clear the zone, flips that one out and kept in at the line by the Falcons. They're doing a great job on the forecheck as they have another opportunity now on the stick of Owen Belisle. That one will go behind the net for Evan Junker. With it now, out to the point, that's Matthew Falls. Back across for Dean. He'll dump that one in, and the Pointers will go for a change.
Yeah, the Pointers need to take advantage when they're in the zone, but these strange bad passes they've had, kind of like some sloppy first periods that they've had in the past, hopefully that doesn't come to bite them, but right now it is still remaining a tie game.
Icing waved off at the very last minute.
Another
and it'll go over to Blake Norris now. He'll wheel around in the his own zone over for Quentin Hill. Quentin Hill looking to pass this one with a lot of speed. He gets tied up and has his pocket picked by Reed Loon at the halfway line. And over Blake Norris now into the corner. Both teams battling for it. That'll eventually come free out for number 21, Michael Evtomovsky. Puts on the brakes, makes a one-man miss, and here come the Pointers. Up for Blake Norris. Norris dumps that one in, rings it around the glass.
That was a really fast shot.
Yeah, that one would have hurt for anybody getting in front of that one. Throwing a hit there was Michael Evtomovsky. The Pointers will recover. Fletcher Anderson, half ice, dumps that one in, gives chase. 6 minutes and 17 seconds left in this game. We're still waiting for our first score. Reed Loon with it, has the pass that one up to Tyler Lee and dumps that one all the way down for Burke Simpson. He can't control it. And here come the Pointers the other way on the stick of Andrew Pulias. Up for Fletcher Anderson. Onside is the call. Anderson, toe drag, makes a man miss, has it poked off at the last second and into the corner. Fletcher Anderson now battling for it. And back into the corner. Andrew Pulias out to the point for Joe Manning, and he can't keep it in. It'll escape the blue line. Anderson will tag up. And the Falcons looking to get their next rush going. Long pass. Alex Proctor forced to play that one. And a long stretch pass. Almost had Tyler German. He just couldn't keep it on his stick.
That was, ironically, one of the best passes we've had so far, and it's from our goalie.
Hunter Jones with a drive as that one's flipped up and out of play. We'll have another stoppage at 5 minutes and 22 seconds. That was quite a long time of sustained play. We'll have our media timeout. It's usually supposed to happen at about the 9-minute mark. It's now 5 minutes and 22 seconds left. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at some scores from around the WIAC.
Yeah, a couple of WIAC teams facing off today. Let's look at the first matchup. The WIAC leader, the leader of the conference currently, UW Superior at UW Eau Claire. They've got the lead with about 6.5 minutes left, up 1-0. And then taking a look at Stout and Northland. seems to remain scoreless so far. So that game is similar to us.
That
0-0.
game might be postponed, actually, especially with the weather having up there. That is in Northland. That's right on the Lake Superior, so they might be having some adverse weather.
Makes a lot more sense, Liam, because the score is not showing
Not showing currently, yeah.
But
well,
you know what? The
gonna
other
have to
game,
stay tuned for that one.
No, but UW Superior, obviously the Pointers are right behind. They have second place in WIAC, trying to sweep the following opponents these next couple of weeks to get back in front against Superior.
Superior and Stevens Point, 1 and 2 in the WIAC conference. Both of them ranked. Superior at number 10, Stevens Point at number 10, Superior at number 13. As Peyton Hart will have a face-off violation, will have to exit.
And that is new to D3 hockey.
That is new to D3 hockey as Tyler German will take the draw. Peyton Hart couldn't keep that one in, and it will be River Falls ball. Johnny Myers, a cross-ice pass. There's a shot from the point and an easy save for Alex Proctor as Evan Junker getting into it with number 9, Max Collette.
Yeah, I doubt we're going to have a fight like last week against Stout. I'm sure Coach doesn't want to see a bunch of suspensions for his guys, especially with the next couple of weeks winding down as the Pointers approach the postseason.
Face-off won by the Falcons. Over for Cole Telecki, wheels his way in. An easy save from Proctor. Follow-up chance. Where's the puck? And the Pointers come away with it. Proctor sprawled all the way out to keep that one out of the back of the net.
Starfish angle.
Oh, my goodness. Like an octopus loose in a broom closet as Tyler German's shot fought off by Boynton. And it'll be out and out of play.
What did you say?
I said an octopus loose in a broom closet.
Liam, I got to say, I don't think I've ever heard that one before.
Well, that's a page I'm taking out of Brian Posick's book. Well, we'll have another face-off. Quentin Hill will be in there for the Pointers. Go up against Owen Belial for the Falcons. Face-off won once again by the Falcons. Collected immediately by Alex Davis and kept in at the line by Falls. His referee actually had to get out of the way of that one. Adam Reisigel arrives to collect that one at the point, but here it comes the other way for Quentin Hill. And Evan Junker collects that one. Tries to get a stretch pass up. Good effort there from number, I do believe that's 26, Arseny Smeknov. And there's a shot from the point, a loud pad save from Alex Proctor. And Evan Junker fighting for it, has some help from Owen Dean. Back for Junker, and he'll start his pass up the ice. On the stick of Adam Reisigel, drops that one up for a Hill, right in front of the referee, the penalty box. And down low for Evan Junker. Evan Junker puts on the brakes, makes one man miss behind his cage. Looking to get a pass, long pass for Colangelo, no icing. Matthew Schulmeister on the ice again on the forecheck. Almost had a takeaway there. Over for Colangelo. Tries to drive towards the net. He's not able to get there. Over for Michael Evtomovsky. Both teams battling for it into the corner. As Matthew Schulmeister tries to pass out wide for Norris. And an easy interception there. Center ice by Reed Loon.
Couple of botched passes so far in the River Falls zone.
As we'll have an offsides call. And River Falls was getting a little bit too hasty there. So at 3 minutes and 38 seconds left, we're still in a scoreless game here in KB Willet Arena.
Yeah, I mean, the key to this one, they haven't had as many mistakes as that game I did with you against St. Scholastica. It was a very sloppy first period, but those back-to-back goals within 6 or 9 seconds for Peyton Hart, that got them right back on track. They kind of need a momentum-type shift moment in this game.
I agree, Jacob. They need something to get them fired up, as right now it's a stalemate. Both teams battling for it. Along the near boards, Colangelo and Kamilevsky eventually come away with it. Kamilevsky with a lot of speed, whistles his way in, takes a drive, and an easy save there for Boynton. It's been quite a quiet night for both teams so far, as there's only 8 shots for the Pointers and just 5 for the Falcons.
We had that long, whether 7 or 8 minute stretch where it was non-stop, no stoppage at all, and I feel like that kind of exhausted both teams, even with subs included. It just feels not necessarily lethargic, but a little tired right now for both sides of the ice. So we'll see how that continues going into period number 2.
Face-off won by the Pointers. Anderson takes a drive right off the draw. That hits a man in front and knock out to the point for Blake Norris. Norris back across. Fletcher Anderson takes a shot, hits his own man in front. He'll feel that one in the morning. I think that was Andrew Poulias. Back now by into the corner for Max Collette. Tries to get that one up for number 17, Johnny Myers. As that'll come all the way down for Alex Proctor to play. Blake Norris will recover and take a stop behind the net. Blake Norris starts his rush for the Pointers. Long stretch pass over for Michael Evtomovsky. And Alec Hamady behind the net, working his way back into the lineup. Now Hamady turns and fires that one off the wall for German. Tyler German, face-off circle, wheels around. Face-off circle, over for Peyton Hart, back for Tyler German. Team is passing very, very well. Back for Hamady. Stretch pass, Junker, drive from the point, hits a man in front. Where's the puck? I think it's loose in somebody's equipment as it finally drops in, hits the ice. Now we've seen that a couple of times where it gets stuck in the jersey and have to wait for the whistle for it to drop out on the ice.
Yeah, but, I mean, you made a good point. That 30-second series, the passing was pretty much flawless. I mean, it hasn't been like that so far, but right up to that point, it was perfect precision passing, and if that puck didn't get lost in somebody's something. I don't know where it got lost, but
somebody's jersey.
If that didn't happen, they might have had a chance to score right then.
Face-off won by the Falcons. Seems like they've been on point with that all night as Hamady on the forecheck. Chance out in front. That comes free. Peyton Hart takes a shot. That was blocked by somebody in front, and it comes out to the line. Evan Junker, their first one there for it, keeps it in. What an effort by Evan Junker for Peyton Hart. Takes a no-angle shot, and Boynton with the save. A follow-up chance, and a drive by O'Brien. Hits a man in front. O'Brien flips that one into center ice. It'll be taken by Alex Davis. Pass up the ice for Owen Belisle. That'll scream out to the corner. And here come the Pointers the other way. 2-on-1. Oh, it was a miscommunication. German, he realized it immediately. He left it for Peyton Hart. He thought he was going to get it, but no, neither of them did. And that was a rush and a chance that goes to the waste.
I think Matthew Fallstick actually just tripped up Owen Dean there. Just not the type of cohesion you want right now, but still about a minute and a half left in the first period.
Burke Simpson for the Falcons. He'll dump that one in, give chase. Has to fight off Joseph Manning. Actually found his own rebound, and it'll go out to Reed Loon. Out to the point on the stick of Joey Foss. Back for Loon. And into the corner now for Burke Simpson. Back out to the point on the stick of Tyler Lee. Tyler Lee's shot goes out to the point. Oh, Alex Proctor couldn't see it, but he made the save through traffic, and he fought off the deflection.
Yeah, there was a lot of movement right in front of him. So it took Alex a second, but he was able to put his glove right over the puck. And, yeah, we got a stoppage with about a minute left here.
You know, and now that I'm looking at it, Matthew Falls is really, really laying into Alex Atwill as they both go to the bench. I wonder if there was something after that, after the play.
Maybe some talk, maybe some extra bruising, extra contact. Who knows? It's definitely a matchup to watch.
Face-off won by Andrew Poulias. 1 minute remaining in this scoreless period. Both teams at 0 apiece. As here's a chance now for Johnny Myers in the center ice. Back across for Evtomovsky. A long pass, an awkward one up for Kemelevsky. Kemelevsky goes into the player's bench. Out wide for Evtomovsky. First pointer there. Has to pass that one in front of the ice with about 36 seconds left in our opening period. No other team has scored. As Fletcher Anderson, his pass went off of one of the River Falls Falcons and actually ran into the face mask of, looks like, Anthony Vidrick there on the bench.
Didn't look like Vidrick even
reacted.
Flinched. He was like, all right, I accept my fate. Puck's hit me. What are you pointing out here?
Well, that face-off should actually be at the blue line. You know, Fletcher Anderson's got a case here. This is the wrong area for it, but he'll fall on deaf ears as the Pointers will win the draw and dump it in, give chase. 23 seconds left in our opening period. Out for into the corner, Ethan Lindahl tries to pass that one up. Over for Evtomovsky. Evtomovsky back down for Kemelevsky. Back across for Blake Norris as here's an intercepted pass. Takes a shot, puts it way wide. Follow-up chance into the corner as Hake Norris will just fight his way into the corner over for Poulias. And that'll bring us to a close. That'll bring us to a close here in Stevens Point. The first period is over. Both teams at 0 apiece. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Let's look at some stats before we head it into the intermission.
Well, I'll take a look at the Superior and Eau Claire game. There's only about 20 seconds left in their first period as well. Superior still has the lead over Eau Claire, 1-0. And that's how it's going to go heading into period number 2. And yeah, I mean, like you mentioned before, Northland College and Stout, both that matchup.
I'm going to bet on it being delayed, based on
it's still,
all the factors
it's not showing
we've
up
seen
on my
here.
screen, so that's got to be what it is. Some storms coming in here in the Stevens Point area. We actually got another drop in temperatures, unfortunately, tomorrow.
Well, of course.
More snow coming in, so we'll see how that snowfall will I mean, obviously, we won't get delayed in that game. But
well, looking at some stats, the Pointers once again out shooting their opponent, 13 shots on goal compared to River Falls, just 9, 25 total shots in that one. The Pointers did go 0 for 1 on the power play, so a pretty quiet first period, nothing for the crowd to get excited for here in KB Willet Arena. We'll be back in about 15 minutes here on UWSP Stevens Point, the student voice of Pointer Athletics. Just a reminder, you are watching this stream on Sports Point via YouTube. We'll be back in 15 minutes. All right, so I'm going to take a guess about what that was. Yeah, there's definitely a check mark. Hold on, go back to the
That's his name, Berg Simpson. Yeah. Hit that, see that sound thing right there? Hit that.
Hey everybody, welcome back in for period number 2 of WIAC hockey here in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. The Madhouse on Minnesota as we remain tied in a deadlock at 0-0. Both these teams not wanting to give the first one up. I do think whoever does probably is going to win this game.
Oh, bold prediction there, Liam. You know what? I might agree with you. It has been ultra competitive so far, but as you said, still remaining scoreless as we're coming in here to period number 2 at KB Willet. I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. Only one power play opportunity, and the River Falls Falcons did a great job on the penalty kill. It's really hard to do against this Pointers power play unit, as I think Fletch Anderson's asking for a little bit of explanations in some regard. But, you know, this D3 WIAC crew, I've seen them a lot of times. They really don't call much.
No, they kind of let things play out, and, you know, I wish I'd see that in other sports, more professional level, maybe like the NFL.
Perchance maybe the NFL, and, the AFC, championship round.
But in other words, I do like how this officiating crew most of the time lets things play out. It's a very physical sport. Very competitive players.
You know, we've got one of these situations again where the ice isn't dry and we'll have to wait a couple extra minutes. So let's go ahead and check out some scores from around the WIAC.
Why won't I? Of course, we already mentioned it before, but yes.
Let's see
the Stout and Northland College game seems to have been postponed due to weather in the area. Reloading the page now, and no, the game has not started.
Not started.
Yep, so that'll remain not started. As for UW Superior, who currently leads in the WIAC, they're still up 1-0 against Eau Claire as they're at an intermission before they come right back to period number 2. And yeah, we've had this issue a couple of times here at the Willet, specifically recently where the ice is not fully developed. How would you
This has been frozen over. You know, they put a new layer of ice on every single intermission, but we've seen this more often than not from KB Willet. It has been quite a few times where it just hasn't been ready to go when the period starts. But I think we're almost ready for it.
Now, Liam, what would be your solution to that? Would you yourself?
I'm not an ice technician. Nope, I am not an ice technician. I'm not even going to pretend to know I know the science behind it. It's a whole craft. There is a whole science dedicated simply for maintaining an ice surface.
I want to take a Zamboni class.
They probably offer it at like
I
a
just know
trade
not
school.
to be near the Zamboni while it's running, because that would not be a fun day.
Well, some other news from the D3 hockey world. Number 1, Hobart, the Statesmen, finally suffered their first loss in 42 games. Their first one in overtime against Albertus, the number 1 team in the nation, finally falls. That has been amazing. And so the record will stand. The only undefeated team in the men's division of D3 hockey, the 2019 Stevens Point Pointers.
That's insane. Yeah, I mean, Hobart, will they repeat?
Will they repeat? They'll three-peat. This is their year for
Will
three-peating.
They three-peat? Are them and the Kansas City Chiefs going to do it? No, honestly.
Some comparisons.
Hey, that loss, though, that might not get them all the way. Maybe Hobart will find
Who knows? But it has been for the past 2 years. They have been the unequivocal number 1 team in the nation.
And
undeniable.
also went undefeated in both those seasons. Am I wrong?
Undefeated in both those seasons?
Yeah.
What do you mean? No. We just talked about this.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
So since they went undefeated, they won it all eventually. But now
they've never gone undefeated, though. That's what I'm saying.
Ever?
Entire. They have never. The only undefeated team in D3 hockey in its history in the men's division is the 2019 Pointers.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That loss today preserves that record. No other team has ever gone.
It's just like the 72 Dolphins.
Well,
in the
yeah,
NFL.
pretty much. On the other side of things, for the women's D3 hockey, the UW River Falls Falcons last year, 32 straight wins. Also set the women's record for most consecutive wins in a row.
Well, Liam, it looks like we're finally getting back here. Got to get some energy back into the Willet.
Well, the puck is dropped. Andrew Poulias, the victor, and we are finally underway after quite a detour. As Brennan Boynton misplayed that one off the back of his cage, but the Pointers could not capitalize. Andrew Poulias now into the corner. He'll fight off Nathan Lindahl, and that'll scream the other length of the ice. Proctor way out of his net to play that one. He'll fire it off the glass and out of the zone. And having to tag up is number 23, Hunter Jones. That'll go the length of the ice. Kamilevsky did not touch that one, and so we'll get our fourth icing of the night. What do you say?
Thank you for keeping track. Yes, that is third icing of the night. Wish we had a counter. We've had 3 of those, 2 broken sticks, and 1 period completed.
Quick shout out to all of the people who make this stream possible, both on the radio and via YouTube. Mateo Machino, Lexi, and Mary back at the studio, at the station, excuse me.
It's a studio in some ways.
Tyler Lee's shot will be fought off by Alex Proctor, and he'll cover it up quick for another stoppage.
You could hear the River Falls bench. All of them reacted immediately because it did seem that Alex Proctor wasn't ready for that shot, and he made the adjustment just in time to stop the puck from going into the net. So a good time save once again there from AP himself, Alex Proctor.
Peyton Hart will step in for the draw. He'll win. Well, everybody gets tied up at the faceoff circle. Evtomovsky will come away with it. You know, talking to Peyton Hart, he says that this is one of the hardest environments in all of D3 hockey to play. The student section is ferocious. We kind of heard that a little bit in the intermission as they were laying into Brennan Boynton the other way of the ice.
Yeah, he obviously knows the other end of it since he played at Stout for his first several years of his collegiate career, but now he's joined the Pointers side.
Yeah, Peyton, one of the biggest offseason transfers. On Josh German, the other big one from Arcadia, comes to play for his brother, Tyler German, as that one shot in and tipped off. I do think that was Alec Hominy at the line, and so no icing. Hominy, the first one there, into the corner. He'll try to pass that one out. Goes out for Peyton Hart, was going for a change. Owen Dean, but that gets tied up in his skates. Down the length of the ice for O'Brien. Hunter O'Brien also finding his way back into the lineup. A couple of these fringe guys don't really start all that often, but they do have a chance in the third and fourth line. As here's a turnover, takes a shot off the stick of, I think, right there in front. That looks like Hunter O'Brien. We were just talking about him, up and out of play for another stoppage at 8 minutes, 15 seconds. Both squads still looking for their first goal of the night. I think it'll happen in this period. That Brennan Boynton in one of the worst student sections to play against. Statistically, one of the goalie's worst periods.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very rough environment, as you mentioned. Last week in Stout, both the Pointers and the Blue Devils went into overtime with no score, but like you said, I think that'll be different here in the Willet.
Owen Dean fires that one behind the cage into the corner. As both teams battling for it. Back for Hunter O'Brien, over for Owen Dean. That'll come free into the near corner. Both teams again in there. It's been a game of forechecks and pins as neither team really wants to give ground. I'd liken it to no man's land. As here's a chance now in front. Offsides is the call, and it's going to come all the way down back into the River Falcons zone. Getting a little bit rowdy there was Reed Loon, a couple of steps offside. That's a big call. It would have been a wide open lane to the net.
Yeah,
Alex Proctor, the only one back.
Yeah, definitely helping there in the Pointers' favor. Liam, that call, that got me so energized. That was one of my favorite of yours tonight. Obviously, no goals have been scored, so we haven't been able to hear that input for a goal yet. But now I'm excited to hear when that happens, when one of these teams does actually score.
A draw lost by Andrew Poulias for the Pointers as Nico Kamilevsky takes a drive. I think that hits somebody in front. Yeah. That is Cole Telecki limping towards the bench. Has to stay out there. You can tell that one hurt. He'll feel it in the morning.
That'll be a black and blue type of bruise.
That one fought off by Alex Proctor from the shot from Gib Cody. As that one back in behind the net. Proctor trying to swat that one aside. Evan Junker there for the Pointers. Really haven't had a good rush from their offense, it seemed, as that one on the length of the ice. Poulias, what an effort, breaks that one, no icing.
Right before the call would have gotten off. Incredible effort from Poulias.
Andrew Poulias over for Fletcher Anderson, wheels behind the net, into the face-off circle, looking to set something up, drops it back, leaves it for Adam Reisigle, but a turnover, and here come the Falcons the other way. Not quite. Breakaway as Proctor comes all the way out of his net to swing that one around, no harm, no foul. Here comes Fletcher Anderson now for the Pointers over mid-ice. Dumps that one in and gives chase. Andrew Poulias and Boynton out of the net to play that one. Rings it around. Evtomovsky looking for the turnover. As Cole Telecki will be there for the Falcons. And here's a drive the other way on the stick of Anthony Vidrick. Puts on the brakes and drops that one behind. Fighting for it is Blake Norris, and he'll come away with it, beating out, I think that was Hunter Jones. There's an open ice hit, and we'll have a hand pass. It will be a hand pass. That one in and out of the glove of one of the Falcons and played recklessly by Cole Telecki, and we'll have another stoppage.
I believe that was Skolmeister who's there on the hit. Oh, yes. Take one of my stat sheets, Sir Liam Statz. Thank you for that.
No, he gave you 4 because you're supposed to give 2 to me, right?
I thought I did. That was in the intermission. We had a lot of other broadcasting things to sort out, but I've got your sheet.
A face-off won by the Pointers. Tyler German making everybody miss. Tomovsky wasn't there for the pass. Has to get back on defense. As back now is the Pointers. And a quick shot. That'll hit the top of the Willet. A quick shot from the stick of Max Collette. Easy save there for Alex Proctor.
Now, I actually do want to take a first period flashback because that puck went straight up into the rafters. But earlier there was a shot that came right into our booth. I'm holding on to the puck right now. That may be on my set for the sports show that you appear on a lot. Sports Point, sorry, I had to sneak in a little plug there on the YouTube channel that you're watching the live stream on.
Just a reminder, you are listening to WWSP Stevens Point, the student voice of Pointer Athletics, 89.9 FM, your only sports alternative as that faceoff's won by the Pointers. A changing shot fought off by Alex Proctor, goes wide to the window. Both teams fighting for it now into the corner. Johnny Myers comes in there with a cross check as Aiden Moser comes away with it, chips it up for Tyler German. Tyler German has Alec Hamady, leaves it off for Hamady, takes a shot back across, and nobody there for the Pointers. Easy save for Boynton to make. Aiden Moser makes a man miss as he's crunched behind the net. There won't be a call on that one. Student section wanted one, but they're not going to get it as that one's flipped up. Here's a chance now in front, backhand, forehand, puts it just wide. Dylan Smith had all the time in the world, and he just couldn't put it home as there was a chance now in front for Alex Atwill in the slot, and he just couldn't keep on. That one goes up and out of play. And with 15 minutes and 1 second left in the second period, we're still tied at 0-0. That was the best chance that the River Falls Falcons have had all night. Dylan Smith, there was nobody in front of him.
Yeah, Dylan Smith had a one-on-one opportunity against Alex Proctor, but he showed up, made another big save in this period, keeping it scoreless about 5 minutes into period number 2.
Face-off won by the Falcons out to the line for Alex Davis. Makes one-man miss. Owen Dean juked out of his socks there as Burke Simpson turns and fires that one in for O'Brien to retake. O'Brien tries to find Matthew Falls just to escape the zone and not able to do so. Kept in at the line. Good effort there from Alex Atwill for the Falcons. That one's finally cleared by Falls. As Evan Junker, the captain, quick pass up for Quentin Hill. Back across the ice for O'Brien. And here come the Pointers now. Quentin Hill behind the net. Intercepted pass. And back into the corner. Matthew Falls chips that one behind for Owen Dean. Owen Dean back into the corner, has his pocket picked, and here come the Falcons on a rush the other way. Davis pass up off the stick of Alex Atwill and recollected by Junker. Back across for O'Brien. O'Brien to mid-ice, dumps that one in. The Pointers will go for a change. Andrew Poulias, the other captain on the ice, back across behind the net. And Reed Loon will try to clear the zone. Been a lot of back and forth between both teams tonight as O'Brien tries to throw a hit, but not going down easy was Arseny Smeknov. And here come the Pointers the other way. Boynton out of the net to play that one behind the cage. Try to get it off for Poulias. Chance out in front. Nobody there for it as everybody colliding with each other. That was another great opportunity by the Pointers and just nobody there to put it home.
Boyne, this period has been out of the net now. I think that was his third or second time where he was out of the net when there was a chance for the Pointers to score. And both of these teams have had huge opportunities already in this game, neither of which has taken advantage. And this is leading me to believe this could be more of a down-to-the-wire type game, but you did predict that the first score of this game would be in this period.
Fletcher Anderson hits a shot that hit a man in front. Almost thought it went to the net based on how Boynton reacted. Here comes River Falls the other way. Having to let up some steam was Anthony Vidrick. Over for Tomovsky. He's pushed into the corner. Blake Norris behind the cage. Will pass that one off the boards for Andrew Poulias. Tries to get that rush started up the ice. And Tomovsky will clear the zone. Back across, a steal in center ice by Kemelevsky. Kemelevsky will dump that one in, and Boynton is just going to go ahead and cover that one for another stoppage. At 13 minutes and 3 seconds, still a scoreless game at 0 apiece. Going back to what you said, Jacob, yeah, I do think that the first score will come into this game, and I do think whoever scores first will win. And I also agree it's going to come down to the wire. Maybe a 1-1, 2-1 game.
Yeah, it'd be nice for the fans here, especially wanting tacos, to have a blowout. But, yeah, I'm not sure if that's where the trajectory of this hockey game is going.
Falcons did take game one of this seasonal series, 6-2, way back in November. As there's a big hit from Tyler German, gets all the way back. And here come the Falcons the other way. Alec Comedy, the only one there for the Pointers. As he passes that one behind his net. Chance now in front for Max Collette. Off the stick, or excuse me, the shin pad, as there's a chance towards the net. Fired from the line by Tyler Lee. Follow-up chance by Max Collette is saved by Alex Proctor. Puts a glove on for another stoppage at 12 minutes and 38 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah, Joseph Manning had some impressive defense right there. It looks like Alex Proctor might be getting a little exhausted there, but this is a good matchup. Boynton and Proctor, both goalies for both teams. They're both juniors, and I mean, obviously have played really solid games so far, but it's all coming down to which one is going to make a mistake first.
I love that saying. As there's a mistake in front and a save, Alex Proctor all the way up. Follow-up chance in the back of the net. You called it. Jacob Spoerl said whoever made the first mistake, there it was, and the River Falls Falcons capitalize, and they're on the board first.
Liam, I just fell to my knees. Why did I say that? And you said it was a good call.
The broadcaster jinx alive and well here in Stevens Point. A mistake by the Pointers. He won the draw, but flipped it back towards Proctor. He had to make the save. It went up into the air, and an easy putback shot for the River Falls Falcons. And we have our first score of the game, 1-0. At 12 minutes and 32 seconds, the Falcons take the lead.
I mean, if your prediction stands, Liam, whoever scores first wins. So right now, according to what you had stated previously, River Falls has the advantage. I mean, obviously they have the advantage with the score, but still a lot of hockey left.
Well, the Pointers now playing from behind for the first time in 28 minutes. As that'll escape the zone, collected behind the net. Max Collette will get on the board first. Now another opportunity in deep. Burke Simpson as everybody going crashing in. Chance out in front, nobody there. And the face-off circle, they had Alex Atwell waiting. But here come the Pointers the other way. Owen Dean makes a man miss. Fires that one in off the stick of Cole Tulecki out of bounds for another stoppage in play. 11 minutes and 51 seconds. The River Falls Falcons with a 1-0 lead.
I mean, yeah, that shot went right to the banner. But I do want to point out, yes, I did accidentally might have jinxed Alex Proctor. But to his credit, he initially made a really good save. The puck went right off his pad, went about, I would say, like 20 feet in the air, and it stayed up there for a minute. Alex couldn't find it, and River Falls did. They were able to take advantage, make the shot immediately right as the puck hit the ice.
Well, an easy putback shot from Max Collette, basically like getting your own rebound and dunking it in.
Oh, exactly.
And nobody there in front of him to make that stop. And it's become a physical game in KB Willet Arena as that one legs it all the way down for the Pointers zone. Over for Ev Tomaski, up for Matthew Schulmeister. Second time calling him tonight. His pass misses in front, all the way down, and another icing. Everything coming up the way of the Falcons so far. That fourth icing, I'm being told, by Jacob Spoerl at 11 minutes and 31 seconds left in this second period.
Not necessarily that the signal matters, but it's just something fun to keep track of, I guess. I would like to point out a score update. UW Superior and UW Eau Claire are currently tied 1-1.
Face-off won by the Pointers. Over for Yogi. Actually put that pass through the linesman's legs. Over for Ev Tomovsky. Up for Schulmeister. Sherino is not on the bench tonight. And here come the Pointers with a lot of steam. Boynton fires that one into the corner. And back out for Ev Tomovsky at the point. Easy save from Boynton. Follow-up chance in the slot. Taken away by the River Falls Falcons. Connor Brust puts that one up the ice. Ev Tomovsky puts on the brakes. As Ev Tomovsky up for Yogi. Dumps that one in down low. Over for Boynton behind the net. Gino Colangelo out there on the ice for the first time tonight. And Cole
Boynton just
Telecki.
got tripped up.
Well, a lax game. We said there's only been one penalty so far.
Yep, River Falls wanted that call, but it wasn't.
Tomovsky now puts that one back for Fletcher Anderson. He let it go. He thought he had somebody else. And it's a 3-on-2 the other way. In with a lot of speed, Ethan Lindahl cuts towards the net, takes a shot, and a save. Alex Proctor puts it wide. Here comes Fletcher Anderson for the Pointers over mid-ice. Drops that one up. Had tried to find Tomovsky. O'Brien right there, and it's right back the other way for the Falcons. The Pointers just can't get anything going on offense tonight as Joseph Manning goes hard into the corner. A chance in the slot, and a good defensive play there by Andrew Poulias. Tomovsky the other way, puts on the brakes at the line, drops it back for Poulias, takes a shot, and that's going to hit the mask of Boynton. Tried to shake his mask off, see if it was loose. It's not. And here comes Evan Junker the other way. That should be a penalty. That should be a penalty.
Sticks are
Oh, my
flying.
goodness. I can't believe there wasn't
How
any
is that
call.
not a call?
No penalties whatsoever. They called it because Boynton's mask came off. That's crazy. You have a bell from behind the hit, from behind check, and then a slash and nothing.
The crowd.
You call a timeout because his mask came off.
Not only that, but they were late to that call, Liam. If they wanted to call a timeout for his mask, they should have done it right then. It took them an extra 15 seconds where an actual penalty occurred, and the crowd had a huge uproar about it. Pointers fans not happy to see it. We did make that point. They're letting a lot of calls go right now.
Yeah, but it gets to a point where it's egregious, and I'm telling you, a stick doesn't break because it's broken. A stick breaks because somebody made it break.
Oh, yeah, that
will
got
be
slashed.
Tied in the shot column, which that is not great. The Pointers means that they've had just 2 shots on goal since the start of this period compared to about 8 or 7 from the Falcons. So at 9 minutes and 47 seconds left in the second period, we're playing from behind. Pointers should have been on the power play by now.
They should have. And, I'm not one to point this out. It's not like I've been keeping track, but that did happen to be the third stick broken in this game so far. Yeah, absolutely. There's not really an excuse there for that not to be called.
I mean, I do understand wanting to let them play, but it gets to a point. It gets to a point.
I agree.
Only one power play in this game, and the Pointers failed to capitalize on it. That was all the way back in the first period. Face-off won by the Pointers, kept in by Junker at the line, tries to pass it in the slot, flips it towards the net with Hamady. An easy save there for Boynton to make, just into his glove. Basically trickled towards the net at 9 minutes and 41 seconds left.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of angst, a little bit of uptightness from the crowd when that call wasn't called. And now they're hungry for a goal, something to go in the Pointers' favor.
Peyton Hart too fast on the draw. He'll swap places with Tyler German. He'll go up against Dylan Smith. Dylan Smith wins the draw, flips it behind the net for Alex Davis. Can't get there. And drives it back behind for Ian Carpenter. Tries to pass that one up out of the zone. Tyler German there on the forecheck. And comes out for Hamady. At the face-off circle, chance now in front. And Boynton makes the save. Glove save there. Covers it up for another stoppage. The Pointers playing from behind, something they're not that used to. They did have a miraculous comeback a couple of weeks ago here in this very building against the College of St. Scholastica.
We were both on the call for that game. I remember it very well. But, yeah, the Pointers have been in the River Falls zone for quite some time now. If they keep going up at Boynton, something's going to give.
Face-off won by the Falcons. Telecki will try to clear immediately. Kept in by Anderson for the Pointers. Chance now out in front. Adam Reisigle swings that one behind the net. He'll be chased by Tomovsky, and here come the Falcons either way. Long stretch pass. Couldn't get it in out of his skates. Would have had everybody in front of him as that's offsides. No call. A long pass for Proctor, who makes that save. And hitting the ice on the other side of the net was, I do believe that was Gib Cody. A big hit there from Adam Reisigle sends him crashing down.
I mean, one play in 1 second or 5 seconds can immediately turn over this game and change it. Peyton Hart did it in that St. Scholastica game that we're talking about. So anything can happen here. Still got 9 minutes left in this period and another period after that.
Face-off won by the Falcons, but it'll escape the stick of Telecki. And he'll have to be forced to dump that one in for the Pointers to take over. On the stick of Blake Norris, tries to pass up the ice, has Quentin Hill. Quentin Hill up the ice for Falls. Falls wheeling around face-off circle, tried to pass that one back into the slot, but it's off the stick of one of the Falcons and out of play for another stoppage at 8 minutes and 43 seconds. The Falcons do have the 1-0 lead.
Still do.
Now checking in from some scores from around the WIAC.
So I'm taking a look here with about 14 and a half minutes left in period number 2. UW Superior has taken a 3-1 lead over the Eau Claire Blue Golds, a matchup to keep watch as Superior reigns supreme in the WIAC.
And that'll have some serious playoff implications. The past 3 years in the championship game, it has been Eau Claire versus Stevens Point. I'll be very surprised if it's that way this year. Checking in on our Stout Northland game. Let's see if that one has gotten underway at all or not.
Yeah, obviously there's been a delay this whole time for that Stout Northland College game, and it seems to be still delayed.
Well, no surprise there as the Pointers recover in center ice. Matthew Falls will dump that one in and give chase. And he throws a check, finishing it against Burke Simpson, but here come the Falcons the other way. It'll be a 2-on-1. Just couldn't get back in time. Falls there on the back check, has the takeaway, out across for Moser, and they manage to clear the zone. Matthew Falls throws a check, tries to get that one away, and recollecting it is Burke Simpson, 2-on-1, in towards the net, a backhand shot, an easy save there for Alex Proctor to make.
Yeah, nothing, no extra spice added to that shot. It was going straight at Proctor's knee pads, or shin pads, but right at his knees the entire time. And good play there from Proctor. He needs to keep making those. And now the Pointers on the offensive side need to take advantage when they can. They've had several opportunities, a one-on-one opportunity. River Falls also had that earlier, but that was before they took the lead.
Face-off violation. They're going to call Ethan Lindahl for that one. He'll have to swap out with Anthony Vidrick. He'll go up against Peyton Hart. Peyton Hart will lose the draw, but the Falcons couldn't get there for it as it'll trickle all the way down behind Boynton. Both teams battling for it in center ice. Peyton Hart a step or two offsides. He'll have to tag up. And here come the Falcons the other way. Lindahl in center ice. Carries it over the blue line. Tried to chip it back. And the Pointers will come away with it. That'll clear the zone, however. And the Falcons will have to tag up. Peyton Hart with it now behind the net. And taking it away is Hunter Jones. Hunter Jones behind the net over for Ethan Lindahl. Lindahl's pass goes up and out of play. Escapes the zone and trickles all the way down behind the net behind Boynton. A long stretch pass up and out of play into the players' bench right in front of us, but I saw you flinching again. Are you?
I had a little bit of PTSD, as you'd call it. Obviously, the first period, I had to duck for my life. That one I didn't have to, but I was a little worried. I'm not going to lie to you.
Now that one just about out of play once again. We'll get another stoppage at 7 minutes and 12 seconds. A 1-0 game the way of the Falcons as that faceoff is won by the Pointers, but Kamilevsky can't keep it on his stick. He'll chip it up and out of the zone. Recollected behind in the Pointers zone on Evan Junker's stick over for Adam Reisigle. Reisigle tries to fire that one in and give chase off the stick of one of the Falcons. I think that was Ian Carpenter. Out for Kamilevsky at the line. Over for Andrew Poulias behind the play. Ian Carpenter there once again. He'll carry it over mid-ice for the Falcons. Turns and dumps that in. Proctor catches that one in his glove. Will choose to freeze it at 6 minutes and 40 seconds, a 1-0 game.
You could say he was freezing it on the ice. I'm so sorry. That was the most devious side I could ever expect from Liam Statz, but it was deserved. I'm just really excited to go back and listen to the clip when we both reacted to the puck coming at us.
Well, certainly you can listen to highlights anywhere on the social media page.
What's your new social media page that you have for sports?
We'll get to that in just a second, but the face-off won by the Falcons. Collected behind the net by Owen Belisle. Owen Belial hassling from behind. Threw an elbow, it looked like, crowd reacting to it, but they're not going to get that call. And here's a 2-on-1 the other way on the stick of Arseny Smeknoff. He has a shot blocked up front, and it's a 3-on-2 the other way. If they also leaves it for Fletcher Anderson. Has that one poked off his stick, and it's a 2-on-1. 3-on-1 the other way. Nobody back, the biggest chance for the Falcons. Back across, takes a shot, and it's saved by Alex Proctor into the corner. And no harm, no foul. As here comes Anderson over for Poulias. Pass back out in the slot, and Evtimovsky just couldn't handle that one on his stick. But there was, I think the most important thing to note about that one is it was saved by
your parents.
My parents just got a puck in the crowd. Oh, my goodness.
What is going on?
There we go.
We got a puck. Your parents got a puck. Lexi, you might get a puck in a minute.
That's amazing. Well, revisiting what happened before all of that is it went out of play off the top of the ceiling, and my dad was the first one there for it. Has a lot of practice. He plays hurling in his free time. That's a fast-paced sport. Hurling. It is a fast-paced sport. I encourage you to look it up. It is one of the best games to ever see.
Me and the fans listening will do our duty, but not right now.
Not right now, this
pay
moment.
Pay attention to the game at hand.
Absolutely is. Falcons have a chance in front of Alex Proctor. Klaus Yogi plays that one off the stick, and hassling for it is Evan Junker back across the ice for O'Brien. O'Brien dumps that one in and gives chase. Nobody in front of him. O'Brien, first one there into the boards. Pointers playing like new men possessed. They have to get on the board. I think they're trying to score before the end of this period. 0-1 the call. Penalty upcoming. It'll be on the Falcons. There's a drive from the point. Back across into the slot. Kept up for Colangelo as Boynton will put a glove on and get a stoppage, but we will have a penalty upcoming. 2 minutes for interference, it looks like, as we'll see who hits to the box. I think they're going to nab Burke Simpson. Nope. They are going to get Burke Simpson for it.
All right.
Well, it looks like we've had referees got confused, it seems.
They don't know which player it is yet. They say
Alex Atwill will go to the bench.
Number 11, the freshman out of Thunder Bay. Alex Proctor came flying out of the net.
Yeah, get the extra attacker on.
Absolutely. That was good time to get the advantage, but now he's back in the net. Nestled in over the post.
We're again going to have a swap. They're going to send Burke Simpson.
So they were confused. You were right on the initial call.
Well,
Burke
Simpson's go to the bench. He says it's not me. Tells the referee it's not me. So they send Alex Atwill. But the referees go, no, it's you. So then they send Burke Simpson back. It's a face-off. Won by the Pointers. A drive. An easy save. Where's the puck? It's on top of the cage. Fletcher Anderson. Oh, my goodness. Fletcher Anderson got the puck right off the draw. Fired it, and a glove save for Boynton. They're going to say hold 2 minutes for holding officially, by the way. They're going to a glove save by Boynton. It comes off the glass and lays right on top of the net. As Kemelevsky working his way inside.
That's got to be a
penalty
call.
upcoming. They're going to say it was close enough when he touched the back of the puck. Oh, no. You can't call that one.
So they're going to
They're
going to call Peyton Hart for that?
They're going to get Andrew Poulias for that, but they're not going to get that one. I think this place is about to come unglued.
I just took off my headset, and it was a crowd, an absolute flood of boos.
Big thumbs down. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I don't know. I'd say that one probably warranted it. I guess when it gets egregious, you got to call it.
It's just tough because the call, a potential missed call that happened not even 10 seconds before that. So now it's a 4-on-4.
It'll be 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 25 seconds. Poulias will go to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Burke Simpson, 1 minute 25 left for his holding, as we'll have 4-on-4 action here in Stevens Point. Quinton Hill will take the puck off the draw, and they'll put on the brakes behind Alex Proctor. I think this place is about to come unglued.
Yeah, you might see fans spilling onto the ice.
Adam Reisigle gets tied up at the line. That's going to be a call, and it is. This place is coming unglued.
All right, there's a call.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to say.
I mean, if you don't call that one, this place is going nuts.
Pucks aren't flying into the booth. You're going to have people throwing stuff onto the rink.
Well, we wanted physical, and we're going to get it. His head of the box is Cole Telecki. He's going to argue his case the whole time. It's going to fall on deaf ears. All right, let's see how we go. We're going to get, I think, 4-on-3 for 1 minute and 1 second. It'll be 4-on-3 action.
Man, oh man. Me and Mateo were talking about, it's been a while since there's been 2 calls on one team at the same time. And, of course, I jinxed that too. What else is new? I don't know.
Well, biggest opportunity of the night for the Pointers to get on the board, and they're going to send Peyton Hart out there. 3 minutes, 59 seconds left here in this period as that faceoff's won by the Pointers, taken away by River Falls, and they'll shoot that the length of the ice, get the first clear of this penalty kill. Joe Manning with it now for the Pointers. Over mid-ice, drops it back for Fletcher Anderson. Anderson over the blue line, wheels around with a lot of speed. Passes it behind the net for Ev Tomovsky at the line. Over for Manning. Manning back to Anderson. Face-off circle for Kamilevsky! Off the side of the cage! Crowd reacting like it looked like it went in from where we're standing.
I did at first. I thought that too, but Boynton made the save, or at least it went off the post.
Manning back for Kamilevsky. Kamilevsky for Manning at the point. Manning back across for Anderson. Looked like he was going to have a drive. Keeps it himself. Anderson at the point. Back for Kamilevsky. In front for Manderson. Takes a shot. Save for Boynton. Follow chance. Kamilevsky scores! Kamilevsky puts it home. A tie game in Stevens Point. Kamilevsky answers the prayers that the crowds have had. It's a tie game, and the Pointers are going to get another power play out of this after 39 seconds.
It's a game of opportunities, Lamb. First shot missed. They had a blessing, came right back to the stick, made the shot, and we are tied 1 apiece.
That was a beautiful pass and go play. Fletcher Anderson across the ice. The rebound, it was beautiful. The Pointers get themselves on the board, and it's a 1-1 game in Stevens Point. 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in the second period. We'll have 4-on-4 for 28 seconds. Joe Manning and Anderson will get assists on that play, as they should. And here come the Falcons almost immediately, try to pass it into the slot. Alex Proctor, a drive, follow-up chance, keeps it out of the slot. Couldn't find the glove on that one, don't need to freeze. 10 seconds left, and the Pointers will have about 20 seconds, 23 give or take, on the power play. 5-on-4. There was a miscommunication in front as number 23, Hunter Jones, took that one away. A 20-second power play for the Pointers. River Falls fighting for this one in the Pointers zone as the crowd has come alive in Stevens Point. 10 seconds on the power play, enough time for one more rush. Owen Dean carries it over the blue line, dumps it in. Andrew Poulias, the captain, out of the box. There in the corner. He takes his man down, and it'll be full strength the other way. A long pass finds Cole Telecki, came out of the box. He hits the ice. There shouldn't be a call on that one, and they won't get it.
He wanted it, though.
1 minute, 48 seconds left in the second period. Tyler German with a lot of speed, drops it up for Anderson. Back behind Adam Reisigle, takes a drive, and he puts that one wide off the glass. Evan Junker keeps it in at the line. Over for Poulias behind the net. Fletcher Anderson with it now, face-off circle. Drops it lone. Adam Reisigle puts on the brakes, circle, tries to spin his way out, couldn't find it, and it's kept in by the Falcons. 1 minute, 22 seconds left in the game. In the second period. As that one's going to go the length of the ice, should be icing, waved off. And Alex Proctor out of the net to play that one. Fletcher Anderson tries to keep that one in. Anderson out wide for Mosier, and they'll clear the zone. Over for Quentin Hill. Quentin Hill drops it back for Mosier. 1 minute exactly remaining in the second period. Back behind the net, the Falcons have it on the stick of Ian Carpenter. On low for Dean. Dean in his own zone, wheels around, face-off circle. Dean, long pass, has Hunter O'Brien. O'Brien chips that one up, tries to find Quentin Hill, nobody there. And Quentin Hill ties his man up in the corner. Falcons try to clear and do. Goes all the way out for Aiden Mosier. The pointer zone, turns and fires that one off the boards, no icing. Quentin Hill has his sticks checked out of his hands. It's laying right there on the ice with 30 seconds left in the period. That one will go all the length of the ice. Waved off at the last minute. Aiden Mosier puts on the brakes, makes one man miss. Long pass up, has Hunter O'Brien. O'Brien clears the zone. O'Brien up for Tyler German. Tyler German, pass off the boards to himself, 15 seconds left. Aiden Mosier, long pass up for O'Brien. O'Brien mid-circle, tries to loft that one into the zone, but it'll hit the ceiling. And with 9 seconds, 9.1 seconds left, we're going to have another stoppage.
Can anything happen in these final 9 seconds? Probably not, but we've seen crazier.
Have seen crazier.
With Peyton Hart mostly, but a couple other times. But speaking of Peyton Hart, looks like he'll be there on the faceoff.
Peyton Hart can't win the draw. It'll come back the way in the pointer zone. Long pass over for Alec Comedy. At 2 seconds left, that's how this period will come to an end. Peyton Hart throwing a last-second check. And after 2, it's a tie game at 1 apiece. Somehow heartfelt emotions flying around in KB Willet Arena, but the Pointers get themselves on the board. They capitalize on the 4-on-3 opportunity. Nico Kemalewski puts one home to tie it up after that goal by Max Collette earlier in the period. 15 minutes left. Let's go ahead and take a look at all the scores from around the WIAC.
Yep, still only one score to keep track of around the WIAC, and that is the Superior and Eau Claire game. UW Superior still has the lead over Eau Claire, 3-1 with 3.5 minutes to go in the second period.
Let's go, Chad, take a look at that Stout game, see if it's gotten underway or not.
Oh, trust me, Liam, I had already reloaded
I wonder if it's an issue with them just simply not updating anything.
That's what it could be.
I've checked several other sources. I just don't see where they have been putting their score if it has started at all.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go ahead and get that score to you at the start of period number 3. For now, let's throw it back to the studio for more music here on WWSP Stevens Point, the student voice of Pointer Athletics, 89.9 FM, your only sports alternative. Welcome back to KB Willet Arena here at Stevens Point, Wisconsin for period number 3 of tonight's WIAC matchup between the UW River Falls Falcons and your Stevens Point Pointers. My name is Liam Statz. I'm joined in the booth by Jacob Spoerl. Just a reminder, you are listening to UWSP Stevens Point, the student voice of Pointer Athletics, 89.9 FM, your only sports alternative. And if you're following along online, you are watching us through Sports Point and Pointer Studios.
What a game we've had so far.
Oh my gosh, I've got so much adrenaline running through me right now.
Scoreless and tied in the first period. Now we got scores.
It all breaks open. Hey, my prediction's coming true right now. 2-1. That's what I said the score was. I just hope the first part of that isn't right.
Yeah,
where I said the first team to score would win this game.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. That was your prediction. I got to hold off on the announcer jinxes. Right when I said the first goalie to make a mistake, that's
not even 2 seconds later, by the way. Like it was clockwork.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was concerning.
You know, Jacob, what are you not going to say anymore?
That pucks will not come flying at us because then it might happen.
Well, we have another delay again as the ice doesn't appear to be ready to go yet. I mean, I don't know how many times that's happened so far in this game.
How many times do we have to figure it out?
I don't know. Surely they would have figured it out by now, you'd think, right? You'd think, right? But no, obviously not.
Yeah, of course. That's not how it would work out. So we'll just take a little recap.
Well, a little recap. A scoreless first period, 8 shots on goal for the Pointers, 5 on goal for the Falcons. And the second period, both teams really start pouring it on as they both get one in the net off of a wacky one by the River Falls Falcons. It went 80 feet in the air, dropped back down right in front of Max Collette, slams it home like a slam dunk for our first score of the game. 5 give or take minutes later,
yes.
After a slew of penalties, we go 4-on-3. The Pointers have the power play, and Nico Kamilevsky misses the first one, doesn't miss the second.
Not at
he
all.
gets us all tied up at 1.
Yeah, he had that second chance. And before that goal, you mentioned the penalties. Several controversial miscalls and calls in the Falcons' favor. Eventually, at one point, they had 2 guys out at penalty, so it was a 4-on-3 matchup. That is when the Pointers took advantage and tied the game back up 1-1. Looks like in about a minute here we'll get some Pointer hockey going.
You can't say it's not entertaining. Even the band is doing its darndest to make sure that this is an entertaining game so far.
Absolutely.
Did you know they used to not have the pet band here?
That adds to the atmosphere.
It adds to the atmosphere. Like when my parents both went here, there was no pep band. You need college athletics to have a pep band, right?
Well, here
I'm
we
not
go.
crazy.
No, you're not crazy.
Exactly.
Oh,
As we are underway, a quick drop there. I think you were about to say.
That was the fastest drop I think I've ever seen. But good way to start the period, I guess.
As we are underway in KB Willet for period number 3 of WIAC hockey. Adam Reisigle with a lot of speed, takes a shot towards the net. Easy pad save there for Boynton. Kamilevsky, the lone goal scorer of the night for the Pointers, puts on the brakes, far boards. Pass across the ice. Adam Reisigle wasn't prepared for that one. Spin moves back to face-off circle into the corner. Adam Reisigle looking to pass this one, you can tell. Has to pass it up. Intercepted pass by Cole Telecki. You could tell that was coming. They were like circling him, like sharks waiting, blood on the water.
I love your analogies, Liam.
Thank you very much. As Adam Reisigle recollects that one for the Pointers. You can tell it's a little uneven. The ice surface isn't quite dry along the outside edges.
On the edges, especially the corners, there's like a bit of a level that I can see visibly right now. I don't know if that... We were talking about ice science and how much we are both equally uneducated in that topic. So I don't actually know, but, that might be a factor. Hopefully not as time goes on.
Face-off won by the Falcons, and they'll dump it in off the stick of Tyler Lee. That'll go all the way down behind the bench. And now for Blake Norris, tries to get that one up, intercepted center ice, but they crashed into each other. That would have been so dangerous for the Falcons, as there's a shot towards the net, and here come the Pointers. Tyler German with a lot of speed, tries to split the defenders. Peyton Hart gets around everybody behind the net, passes that one on, chips it for German. Norris now at the point, back across for Kamilevsky. Evtomovsky, check shot. Norris with a drive, and an easy glove save there for Boynton.
Yeah, didn't have enough sauce on that shot. Boynton with a good save there. This is a battle of the goalies. Both juniors, both been standing strong, only letting up 1 goal each respectively for their teams. I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to jinx anything. So that'll stay for now, I guess.
Face-off taken off to the left of Boynton. Won by the Pointers. Matthew Falls just can't keep that one on his stick as it'll swing wide into the corner. Owen Dean there on the forecheck. Dean fighting forward into the corner. Both teams battling for it. Comes out wide in front of Boynton in the slot, which passed up and out of the way of danger by Ian Carpenter. That one down the length of ice. Over for Burke Simpson. Gets around everybody. Takes a shot and right into the stomach of Alex Proctor for our first save of the third period by Alex Proctor.
I feel like he got propelled backwards a little bit. Had definitely a bit of a recoil there, but a solid save. Most of the shots have been going towards his pads or a couple of glove saves. But right there was straight at the gut. We'll probably feeling that in the morning, but he's going to have some time to recover because they're playing together, playing against River Falls once again tomorrow night in this 2-game series on the weekend.
Well, so far, River Falls does have the lead in this seasonal series. They did take game 1. WIAC switching from a 4-game seasonal series to a 3-game, 1 home and 2 away for some teams. I'm not certain really kind of why that's the case. It does seem like an odd way to do things, but there was a brand new tournament the Pointers did take place in at the start of the season, so who knows? A
Key
drive
City
there.
Classic that was, correct?
Yes, in Dubuque, Iowa. As getting taken down to the ice, that's number 8, Quinton Hill. No call upcoming. Into the corner, Alex Proctor. He's been a fan of that all season, and it has not stopped giving me heart palpitations.
I will say, Liam, I feel like he's done that a little less, specifically in this game. I was thinking earlier he might have learned from previous mistakes, but he played a little too far to the net on that one, but it didn't bite him that time.
There's a chance down here. Pulias a drive. Easy save there for Boynton. And here come the Falcons. Taken away by Pulias into the slot. Now puts on the brakes. Back across. Tries for Kemlewski. A follow-up shot. And that one just got a piece of Boynton on his blocker. But Adam Reisigle with it now behind the net. Bergeron. I said Bergeron. Fletcher Anderson, excuse me. This is not the Boston Bruins. As Adam Reisigle loses control of that puck into the corner.
I don't blame you, Liam. 3 people fell over on that attempted shot. A lot of contact there.
As the Pointers come away with that one, Evan Junker in his own zone went down to a knee for a second. Looking to pass that one. Oh, my gosh, I hate that pass so much right in front.
Dangerous pass, but the River Falls Falcons were not
Chance
there
now
at
in
that
front,
moment.
takes a shot. Alex Proctor sealing the 5-hole by about 3
I was just
inches.
about to say that
Oh,
hit
my gosh.
the very bottom of Proctor's pad, just a couple centimeters lower. That's probably a goal. So, I mean, shout out to those pads. I mean, you cut off an inch of those, that's a goal.
Yeah, I mean, everybody up here in the booth, all the spectators, everybody, they saw that happen. They all had the same reaction.
There's a lot of people in the booth today, a lot more than I see. We got a party going up in here.
A lot of
Willet.
professionals in the sports media world up here. As that faceoff's won by the Falcons, out at the line, number 29, Joey Foss, puts that one into the corner. Proctor pokes it away, back into the corner as the Pointers look to get a rush up the ice. Oh, Peyton Hart lost an edge. We managed to get the pass off to Hominy, puts on the brakes, makes a man miss, go down to his knees, drive from the point. Norris, it's loose in the slot. Who has it? And River Falls comes away. Hominy tried to keep that one in and just couldn't.
That one just hit the skate of Peyton Hart. He tried jumping over. I think he knew that the puck made contact with him. Couldn't get out of the way in time.
Ev Tomovsky will collect that behind the net for the Pointers. Puts on the brakes, waits for a change. Colangelo long stretch pass. Nobody picked him up. He'll dump it in and try to give chase. River Falls is right there for it. Connor Brust along passing the mid-ice. Back across. Good passing here from the Falcons as Burke Simpson with it now. Over for Blake Norris. Into the corner, fighting for it is Matthew Schulmeister. Schulmeister can't get there, and it's out to the point on the stick of Reed Loon. Reed Loon takes a drive. That one hits somebody in front. Might have been Proctor, but either way, it'll go up and out of play. The way the bench is reacting, I think that was a block shot.
It might have been, but yeah, I mean, that call will stand. Some subs coming in and out of here. Obviously, both teams not having much stoppages so far, so needing a little bit of time to rest as we're getting ready to go with about 15 and a half minutes left here in period number 3. Still tied.
Tied at 1 aside at 15 minutes and 23 seconds left here in regulation. As that faceoff won by the Falcons. A drive from the point, Connor Brust in traffic. Hitting the deck was Quentin Hill. Might have gotten a piece of that one. And as Quentin Hill comes right back, another block shot. Woo. Wow. That was a heater from number 16, Connor Brust. That one had a lot of steam on it. That's going to bruise in the morning, I'm sure.
Yeah, he was just shaking his left leg. I think that's right where the puck hit, but he came right back to make that play. Very necessary. I like those dance moves. I wish we got those on camera, but well, unfortunately we didn't. So.
And you never will.
Yeah. Well, maybe next time I'll bring an extra camera just in case. No, I'm just kidding.
Quentin Hill, 2 block shots, and in there to take the faceoff, which he wins. Wow, what an effort so far from Quentin Hill. As here comes Hunter O'Brien into the zone, dumps it in, gives chase. Alex Davis, the first one there for the Falcons. Battling forward as Matthew Falls, but the Falcons come away. Owen Belisle in over the line, tries to pass that one up through the slot. Aiden Mosier got a stick in the lane, and it'll end that threat. As hitting the deck, oh, they buried Owen Belisle. I think Matthew Falls came over and gave him what's what.
Yeah, I'm not too sure because at the end, Falls was away when he initially fell.
As there'll be a hand pass call, we'll get a stoppage. Faceoff will be off to the left of Boynton at 14 minutes and 35 seconds left here in regulation. It remains to be seen if we're headed for an overtime or not. Free hockey, some would say.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And this game, even though it has been low scoring and I do like myself a shootout, this has been somewhat of a defensive masterclass, but it's also been a good back and forth, equal amount of mistakes, I would say, on both sides.
Try from the point, Evan Junker. Oh, wow, that had a lot of heat on it. Hunter Jones, that's going to bruise. As back to Junker, another slap shot and another block
Where's
shot.
Where's the speedometer when you need it?
Anthony Vidrick back over for Junker. Let's see if we get a third one. He chooses to pass it. Anderson, slot, and there's a blocker save from Boynton. Came down on it and tried to control that rebound. Nico Kamilevsky trying to come away. Can't control it, and it's on the stick of Hunter Jones. Hunter Jones trying to get the stretch pass. Intercepted Adam Reisigle. Drops it back for Kamilevsky in the slot. Back across. Andrew Poulias takes a shot. Oh, it went just wide.
Wide, Liam.
I thought that was in the back of the net there for a second.
I did see a speck of black. That's why I thought it was a goal initially as well.
Adam Reisigle, pass across, Junker, back for Anderson. Anderson takes it himself, puts it wide again. And oh my, that's a great opportunity there as it's finally poked free, and River Falls will go for a change. Hitting the deck, and right there in center ice was Fletcher Anderson, and coming away with it is Dylan Smith. Takes a drive and a block shot from Kamilevsky, but the Falcons are going to get set up on offense. No, with a legs at the zone. Good stick check in the lane, ends that threat.
Yeah, good time to get the subs in and out for the Pointers.
Dumped into the zone by Max Collette, the lone goal scorer of the night for the Falcons. As Tyler German, a long pass cross ice, has Alec Hamady, stops, drops back, tries a shot, and it's a block shot there for Joey Foss. Back across for Max Collette. It'll be offsides by 1.5 miles. Good call there from the linesman. And the Falcons are going to have to tag up. They'll go for a change. Blake Norris tries to pass across the line, just didn't get anybody, so it will be icing. Number 5 of the game, says Jacob Spoerl. So with 12 minutes and 44 seconds, they'll have a face-off off to the right of Alex Proctor.
Yeah, I mean, something's going to give. I honestly could potentially see this going into overtime. The Pointers' last game against the Blue Devils, as we talked about, that big fight, was a 0-0 score that did go into overtime. So we'll see if the Pointers have back-to-back OT games, but still just under 13 minutes left to be played before that can be decided.
Face-off won by the Pointers. Evtomovsky shovels that one behind the net for Alec Hamady. Back across, Blake Norris couldn't find it. Tyler German has that pass intercepted. Back across the ice and just couldn't keep it in was Reed Loon. Has to get that one restarted. Here's a chance now in front. Alex Hamady, one-on-one, turns back, and a drive. Peyton Hart puts it into the corner. A good save there from Boynton. A good drive. And Boynton rising to the task.
You saw that had that switch up there. Hamady went right back to Peyton Hart. He knew what he was doing.
Shot from the point and a save there from Burke Simpson. We'll get another stoppage in play at 12 minutes and 8 seconds left here in regulation. We're still tied at 1 apiece. Real quick from around the WIAC, let's see what scores are out there tonight.
There's actually a black mark on my laptop. That could be from the hockey puck.
That could be from the hockey puck.
I just noticed that. Nope, it's a piece of. You know what? Did you just rub that in my hair?
No.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick score update. Or no, we won't. Never mind.
Face-off dropped, and we are back underway here in period number 3. Intercepted pass there at the blue line by Matthew Falls, and what an effort he has getting that one in the corner. Out wide, Joe Manning, a shot from the point, and he flashing the leather is Brennan Boynton.
Boynton went out, left-handed that. Good snatch there. I mean, even if he didn't catch that, that wasn't going into the net. Still a good effort from Boynton, though.
Well, better to get that stoppage where you can control. Being a goaltender.
And you can add that to the highlight tape. I mean, come on. He went out there,
being
full
a goaltender.
wingspan.
Being a goaltender is all about control, so being able to control, knowing where the puck is right away, having that control about having the puck dropped in front of you, it's all about that. Ian Carpenter into the corner for the Falcons. He is hassled by Quinton Hill. Matthew Falls there as well, hassling Alex Davis. Aiden Moser comes away with it, tries to get it into the slot, but Alex Davis with a takeaway, and he'll exit the zone. Falcons trying to get an offensive rush coming. It's dumped in at the line. Battling for it is Aiden Moser into the corner. Everybody hitting the deck.
Falling.
And it'll exit the zone with a lot of speed. It's Kemalevsky as we're going to have the stoppage. I wonder what it's for.
Nobody knows yet.
Nobody really knows. I'm going to say hand pass. I think they are going to say hand pass. Hand pass on the pointers, and so we're going to have a face-off off to the left of Alex Proctor. I think when everybody hit the deck, they really just couldn't tell. It's a safe call. It's a safe call is what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, if you agree with it. I mean, I would say from what I saw, I mean, that looked like a decent call just with how everyone tumbled at the same time.
It's a safe call to make. I would say it's a good call.
And you don't see the pointers arguing with
Not
it.
really.
So that one stands firm, stands true.
Face-off won by the Falcons. They'll get set up at the blue line. Ethan Lindahl with a drive chance out in front. It was loose in the slot, but even Kemalevsky, just couldn't get it out there. He'll clear the zone for the Pointers. Good defense there. On the stick now of Joey Foss. Puts on the brakes at the blue line. Kemalevsky with another takeaway. It'll be offsides. Fletcher Anderson just couldn't get there on time, couldn't keep himself over the line. And Joey Foss will have another attempt to clear this puck. Takes it himself, wheels behind the net. Kemalevsky right there hassling him as Evan Junker and O'Brien team up for the takeaway. Junker, long pass. Fletcher Anderson will tip that one in, and the Pointers will go for a change. Andrew Poulias tries to intercept the pass from Boynton. He gets it off in time all the way down the ice to Johnny Myers. Meyer into the corner. Dylan Smith with it now for the Falcons. Back behind the net for Johnny Meyer. Meyer wheeling around. Chance in front. Alex Proctor, poke check. And it's back in the net. Oh, it happened so quick I didn't even see it. But Alex Proctor missed the poke check, and it's in the back of the net, went right through the pads. And so with 10 minutes and 8 seconds left, it's a 2-1 game. We're coming down to the wire.
From our angle, that looked a little awkward.
I did not see where it was,
Exactly. The amount of people that were in front, initially, Alex looked like he had lost the puck, then went to find it. But right when he put his glove down is when the bell went off. So I'm
thinking what happened is he had the poke check, missed the poke check, and they just managed to slide it through his pads. Couldn't get set in time, and it's a 2-1 game. The Falcons, their first lead since the second period.
Yeah, even the fans looked a little shocked, like they weren't expecting that, and they were right there in front of the net with Alex.
They're going to credit that one to Dylan Smith as here's another drive. Save Alex Proctor, puts it down on the net, and it's cleared to the corner. Now Dylan Smith and Max Collette. Another chance, scores! It's back-to-back goals in the span of 8 seconds. And Ethan Lindahl will add his name. Reed Loon will add his name to the score sheet. 3-1 the score here in KB Willet. That's pretty much your nail in the coffin for any momentum this crowd might have had.
I mean, there's still plenty of time left, just under 10 minutes. But you can hear this River Falls bench. They got the only volume here in the building. And, yeah, back-to-back goals in 8 seconds. I mean, they need to get the puck out of the zone, into River Falls zone, and give Alex a break because he just needs to clear his head right now.
Well, Reed Loon and Dylan Smith combined. Oh my goodness, almost a chance for another
that was
goal.
Almost a third, Liam.
Alex Proctor was flailing around in the crease.
They got to
and
get it out of there.
The River Falls almost put that one back. I was saying Dylan Smith and Reed Loon combined for goals in just under 14 seconds back to back to make this a 3-1 game as Proctor sends that one into the corner. You have to show your goaltender some love. And the Pointers they're going to have to climb the mountain now as Aiden Moser gets cut off at the line. Aiden Moser loses control of that one right in front of the River Falls bench. They really like that hit.
I mean, it was right in front of the bench for everyone to see. The opposing bench, that is, too.
River Falls skating circles around the Pointers now. As in comes Alex Davis, takes a shot. Proctor forts that one to the corner. Ethan Lindahl with it, drops it back behind for Hunter Jones, a drive towards the net. And there was a tip up and out of harm's way by Anthony Vidrick. He wanted to get that one on the net as the Pointers are just not able to get anything offensively going. No rush, no life with 8 minutes and 35 seconds left in period number 3.
River Falls on top of their game now, offensively and defensively, and it's showing. With
Max Collette with another drive and another save. Alex Proctor wheels around on the stick now of Johnny Meyer. Puts on the brakes, face-off circle, hassling his way out and out to the line for Joey Foss. Joey Foss, a shot towards the net. Glove save for Alex Proctor, and we'll have immediate timeout at 8 minutes and 15 seconds. A 3-1 game. Just a reminder, you are listening to WWSP Stevens Point, the student voice of Pointer Athletics, 89.9 FM, your only sports alternative. If you're following along online, you are watching Pointer Studios.
I mean, I think right now the only key chance that the Pointers need or have to stay in this hockey game is to just be aggressive, especially offensively. It's where they've been diminishing or lacking, I should say, and that has now cost them on the defensive side of the ice. Alex Proctor having 2 goals, let it slip by in under 10 seconds. It's not what we wanted to see at all.
Yeah, it's going to come in on 16 seconds. That'll separate the 2 goals from Dylan Smith and Reed Loon. 3 goal scorers tonight, Reed Loon, Max Collette, Dylan Smith, compared to just the one from Nico Kamilevsky. Pointer crowd really hasn't been that loud, and it's uncharacteristic, but it's been very, very lifeless in this stadium. The most noise coming from the River Falls faithful and their bench in front of us.
I would like to agree with that. I am a little shocked of how quiet the dog pound has been tonight.
Both teams battling forward into the corner. Peyton Hart has that one come free up for Ev Tomovsky. Over for Hamady in center ice. It's poke check back down the other way. Blake Norris puts on the brakes and puts it back for Ev Tomovsky. Ev Tomovsky over mid-ice, dumps that one in. Caught out of the air by Joey Foss, puts it down on the blade of his stick. And back across for Connor Bross as there's a chance now in front for the Pointers, but that one will escape the zone. River Falls wanting a call. They're not going to get it. And Evan Junker will collect that one behind the net.
It was tough because the official was right there, and that's why he'd fallen over, so I don't know really how you would call that.
Bad pass in front. Hamady had that one out of the skate of his stick. Out of his skates, and Burke Simpson there for the Falcons takes that one away into the corner. Evan Junker battling for it as well. Everybody piling in there now. Alec Hamady and number 13, Reed Loon, both goal scorers tonight. That one finally comes free for Loon. Out to the point, a drive and a save. Back in the slot, follow-up chance goes just wide.
Both quick shots. Mr. Proctor, though, is ready for those, so it looks like he's no longer shaken up and back in his game.
Andrew Poulias tries to escape the zone. It takes a bad bounce off the doors. Over for Fletcher Anderson. Anderson up for Junker. Down over for Reisigle. Reisigle into the corner, tries to pass, and intercepted by River Falls at center ice. They'll dump that one in. Offside, so they'll have to tag. Evan Junker will take it for the Pointers. It's on the brakes behind the net. Down for Adam Reisigle. Reisigle, stretch pass for Fletcher Anderson with a lot of speed. Anderson takes a shot, wheels around, back in the slot, takes a shot, and he puts it wide. Didn't get all of that one on his stick. And that's gonna haunt him for a while, Jacob.
Yeah, he had an opportunity there, and he just didn't get his stick fully on it.
Kamilevsky and Poulias both battling for it. Out for Fletcher Anderson. Manning at the point, takes a shot. Easy glove save there for Poynton. Kamilevsky there for the rebound, no dice. And the time is ticking away. 6 minutes and 13 seconds away from the Pointers' first loss on home ice.
Yeah, I mean, that would be truly a shame to see if that does happen. I do want to give a quick shout out. Joseph Manning did actually have a pretty decent shot, though, but with the distance he was from the net, it was too inevitable, and Boynton saw it right away.
They're going to call Ethan Lindahl for a face-off violation, so he'll swap places with Anthony Vidrick. Quinton Hill on the draw against him, but Vidrick wins the draw. Tries to punt that one off the glass, comes up and out of play, and we'll get another stoppage with 6 minutes and 7 seconds left in this game. We said it before, but the Pointers are undefeated at home ice. Their closest one came out against a tie against UW Stout earlier in the season in the first half.
I mean, it was a tie in the record books, but it went into overtime, and it went to a shootout eventually where the Pointers did win, but as you said, in the stat sheet, I think it does count as a tie.
Take away at center ice on the stick of Quinton Hill, fires that one in, and taken down at center ice was Quinton Hill. River Falls likes that one. No call upcoming either way, so 5 minutes, 51 seconds. River Falls is doing a great job of keeping the momentum going their way. This Pointer crowd, quiet as ever. No life from the student section. It's basically Hunt Arena.
Yeah, this is honestly, now that you're saying it, the more you're saying it, this is looking like this dominant, or this potent home crowd has just not been super effective. And it is partially because the Pointers are down 2 scores, but it was like that a little bit beforehand too.
Peyton Hart collects it behind the net, has that one off his stick. And here come the Falcons the other way, trying to clear the zone. Kept in by Blake Norris. Alec Homidy's not going to get there at the line. He'll just choose to dump that one in and go for a change. Blake Norris, the first one there, keeps that one in, face-off circle. Blake Norris battling for it behind the net for Tyler German. German face-off circle, has to poke that one away. Out for Eptomowski at the line, takes a shot, blocker save from Boynton, sends that one up and out of play. 5 minutes and 21 seconds left. Time on this game taken away for the Pointers.
It is winding down. Boynton, I will say, is looking like he's at the top of his game. A lot of shots have not been super great on the Pointer side, so Boynton has had the time to react, but he's also had the efficiency to see the puck, make the plays that he's needed to, and keep this a 2-possession lead for the Falcons.
Face-off won once again by the Falcons. We're going to have to check that stat, but it is overwhelmingly the way of the Falcons so far. That one's flipped up and out of the zone, recollected by Ev Tomovsky in his own zone. Kemelevsky dumps that one in, no icing. Boynton out of the net to play it. Over for Anderson. Passes that one around, escapes Andrew Poulias. It's a nice saucer pass there on the stick of Telecki. Back across again. And a shot, save by Alex Proctor. Tried to pick the corner. The crowd reacting to that one, and with a loud ooh as Fletcher Anderson will hit the ice up and out of the air. Kemelevsky and Anderson both collapsing for it. Fletcher Anderson with it, face-off circle, drops it back for Kemelevsky, makes one mass, toe drag, out in front, Adam Rice, single shot, oh my goodness, Boynton! What a save, has another chance by Evan Junker, that one's loose in the crease, who's got it? Evan Hart with a backhand shot, puts it off the side of the cage. That's gonna escape the zone, so the most life the Pointers have had in a while comes up just short.
Brennan Boynton just made some extremely crucial plays to keep River Falls ahead, and that may have decided the game. There's still time, but that was the Pointers' best shot they've had in this period so far to make this a tie game, or hopefully
just even that little bit closer.
Lead. Exactly.
Alec Homedy will take that one in the near boards, passes it across the ice. They almost have Junker lost control of that one. That's a dangerous pass to make. Alec Homedy makes up for it, pinning his man in the corner. Both teams battling for it. Finally comes free out to the right of Alex Proctor. On the stick now of Joseph Manning. Joseph Manning with a lot of speed. Dumps it in the zone and gives chase. Tyler German, the first one there for the Pointers. Out on the slide. Chip shot in for Homedy. And you could tell he's sad about that one.
He was not happy because he knew that was a great shot. But once again, Boynton got there, read it well, put his pads down, made the save. And it is going to take a lot in these next 3.5 minutes for the Pointers to want to stay in this one. And it does look like the Pointers will be heading to their first home ice
Pointers
loss.
are going to go ahead and pull Alex Proctor with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left. I don't know. Let's see if it pays off. But there's a lot of time on the clock. Tyler Krieger, he's been aggressive with it before, we've seen. As a face-off won by the Pointers, kept in by Joe Manning at the line. Anderson will get set up. Anderson back to Manning at the point. Joe Manning passes that one up for Kamilevsky. Kamilevsky face-off circle behind the net for Andrew Poulias. Poulias wheels around, back up for Manning at the point. Across for Fletcher Anderson. Anderson shot, scores! Anderson rings iron, and that one's in the back of the net.
Pulling Proctor and putting 6 in pays off for Stevens Point.
Wow. Well, Tyler Krieger, the gamble pays off, and we're just 1 goal away from a tie game at 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. Fletcher Anderson rung the outside post. A beautiful shot brings us within 1.
I think that was within only 18 seconds of pulling Alex Proctor, and now it's a 1-possession game. They put him back out in the net. A lot can happen in these next 3 minutes and 18 seconds, Liam.
That should bring some life into this crowd. As that one goes to the length of the ice. Boynton out of his net to play that one. On the stick of Cole Telecki. Telecki, a long dump pass, intercepted by Evan Junker. He gets taken down, penalty upcoming.
Yep.
It'll be on the Falcons as Proctor's out of his net to play that one. It'll be a touch by the Falcons, and so the Pointers are going to go on the power play. Before that, though, that's a smart play from Connor Brust, waiting to touch that puck, get as much time off the clock as possible. So for 2 minutes, that'll bring us to within the final minute, assuming nothing happens. The Pointers are going to be on the power play 5-on-4.
Yeah, that tripping penalty, that was clear as day, and now the Pointers have had the best opportunity that they've had.
Timeout taken, Tyler Krieger, in the most influential and crucial moment of this game. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. A penalty, 2 minutes. The Pointers will have another opportunity. They are 1 for 3 from tonight.
Liam, I'm looking around the booth, seeing the staff, everyone looking a little antsy. A lot can happen within these next 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
This is going to come down to the wire.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at some scores from around the WAC, see if that Stout game has done anything since.
See if the Stout game ever even began. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we talked about the weather delay, and nope, it still seems to be a delay. So Stout and Northland College still unsure of what's going on. If you could take a quick check there, that would be nice, Liam. But as for right now, the Blue Golds and
nothing.
Yeah,
that game definitely didn't start.
That is so strange. I have no idea. I guess it is still a weather delay. But UW Superior and UW Eau Claire still facing off in Eau Claire with 7 minutes to go in period number 3. Yellow Jackets still up 3-1.
Oh, you know why?
Golds.
That's why. Excuse me. They play a weird 2-game series. First one being yesterday at Thursday, but the second one being tomorrow. Saturday, February 1st, the new first day of the new month. I've never seen that.
I haven't either.
We are finally underway once again at KB Willet Arena. Face-off won by the Pointers, and they're going to get set up. Kamilevsky over for Poulias, back out to Joseph Manning at the point. Over for Anderson. Alex Proctor out of the net once again. It's going to be 6-on-4 for as much time as they can muster. Kamilevsky cross pass. Peyton Hart wheeling around in the slot, just couldn't get a stick on that one. For Peyton Hart, back across, Kamilevsky and the near boards. Kamilevsky face-off circle, cross-ice pass. Joe Manning takes a shot, save from Boynton, chance for Nell, and Alex Anderson keeps that one in at the line. Kamilevsky back to Anderson. Anderson wheels around, face-off circle. Into the corner, over for the captain, Andrew Poulias. Over for Manning. Manning shot, and there's a save from Boynton. The Falcons will get a clear. They're going to go quick. Fletcher Anderson for Peyton Hart in the slot. He's tripped over his own skates again. I'm not sure what's happening tonight, but he tripped over his own skates, blew a tire, and he just couldn't keep that one on. Peyton Hart with it now.
Almost
50 seconds on the power play. So that one's rung around the outside. Joe Manning keeps that one in at the line. Over for German. By the net. In the slot. Poulias missed it. And here comes the Falcons. They'll try and clear it the length of the ice, and they will, with 37 seconds left on the power play. 1 minute and 22 seconds left in this game. Here comes Nico Kamilevsky. Offsides! Andrew Poulias is upset with himself. He was a step or two offsides. And we're going to get another stoppage with 1 minute and 19 seconds left. 29 seconds left in this power play.
Yeah, they had a couple of chances there. Peyton Hart slipping again, tripping over himself, and even on an exchange or a pass, I should say, he almost slipped on that one too. So I don't know if that's an ice. I don't know if that's a mental thing, whatever it is. The Pointers still got a shot. Only 29 seconds left on the power play. And only, like you said, a minute 19 left in the game. Here we go.
Face-off won by the Falcons. It's kept in right at the line. And the Falcons will turn and try to fire that one down. Evan Junker keeps it at the blue line. Over for Anderson, center ice. A little bit of a pass over for Quentin Hill. Kept in by Alec Hominy. Skates around one man, skates around the other, puts on the brakes in the corner. Makes everybody miss. 1 minute left in regulation, 7 on the shot clock. Over for Norris. Evan Junker at the blue line. Fans on the shot. Fletcher Anderson takes a shot, puts it wide off the glass. Kept in by Junker at the blue line. It'll be 6 on 5 for the last minute. Fletcher Anderson into the slot. Evan Junker takes a shot. Oh! Tried the pass over for Quentin Hill. 39 seconds left. Norris, Junker takes the shot, puts it wide. Quentin Hill on the rebound. It's into the corner. Alec Hominy battling for it, needs help. Tries to clear and does. That's going to go the length of the ice. Icing is going to be waved off with 20 seconds remaining.
Here we go, Liam.
Last rush for the Pointers. Andrew Poulias in with speed, takes the shot, interfered with from behind. Alec Hominy, 14 seconds left. Kamilowski cross-ice pass. That one's going to be kept in. Evan Junker at the line. Who's got it? It's back out to Anderson. Last shot. Chance in the slot. They're going to ice it. With 3 seconds left, that's going to do it. And the Falcons will hang on to survive Stevens Point in game 1 of this series.
Wow. They had one last chance, intercepted by the Falcons, and got it away just in time. And you know, this isn't over yet. The conclusion is really tomorrow night, where both teams will have a different type of energy and passion in the Willet after a very close loss. Wow.
Well, that's going to be the first home loss of the season. The Pointers were 7-0-1 before this. They'll move to 7-1-1. It's a crushing loss in conference, as with it coming down to the wire, the last couple of games in regulation, just 5 remaining, the Pointers are going to fall further. Taking a look at their season record, they'll move to 14-4-1. The Falcons will move to 11-8-1. In conference, they'll be 6-3-1 for the Pointers, and it's a very crucial points that have just been left on the table here in this conference matchup, as Stevens Point in danger now of falling from number 2 to number 3, depending on what happens in game 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of the line tomorrow, Liam. Definitely not what you expected. The Pointers have had this home winning streak, and just in this final stretch of the season, their first home loss, not the type of momentum they want to get in their eventual playoff push. A lot still to go. Still got one more game against River Falls, a pair of home games after that, the following weekend against Northland College.
Well, taking a look around the WIAC, the Yellow Jackets appear to be skating to a 3-1 victory over Eau Claire in Eau Claire. The Blue Golds will move to 8-11. The Yellow Jackets will move to 15-3, especially when we're talking about standings. Superior will move further solidly into that first place spot. Stevens Point's got to stay ahead of Eau Claire. River Falls will move into 4th after tonight's loss with Eau Claire. This is just heartbreaking. This is a heartbreaking home loss. River Falls now technically does win the seasonal matchup at 2 games, possibly 3 for the sweep. They'll look for it tomorrow. Some final stats from tonight. The Pointers did awful in the face-off circle. River Falls won 43-27. River Falls was elite tonight from the dot. Power play goals. Stevens Point does score. They capitalize on one of them and technically did on the other without momentum. Getting himself on the board was Fletcher Anderson. Shots on goal tonight, 32 from River Falls and 33 from Stevens Point. Total shots, 67 from Point, 53 from River Falls. Power plays tonight, River Falls did not have a single one. Stevens Point went 1 for 4. River Falls, 4 penalties compared to the Point's just 1. 8 penalty minutes to Point's 2. 20 block shots for River Falls and 15 for Stevens Point. Some 3 stars tonight before we head out.
Oh, Quentin Hill had some good moments. I want to say him. He, especially that one play where he got absolutely drilled by the puck, came back in to make another play. So that's one of my 3 stars tonight. What about you, Liam?
I'm going to go with Brendan Boynton. He came up big in a lot of really crucial opportunities.
Yeah.
Brendan Boynton for the Falcons. I mean, that guy just stood on his head for the Falcons tonight, kept the Pointers off the board, especially in that last couple of minutes, made a couple really crucial saves. Obviously let the one go, but he didn't let one in when it mattered the most. Brendan Boynton skating to one of his many, many victories this season, especially after the departure of Dyson Skinner. For our 3rd star of the night, I still have to say it's Alex Proctor. One of those goals really isn't his fault. I mean, that first one that went in, it was just, there was nothing he could do about that one. Still made tonight 29 saves en route to that loss, so nothing to be sad about there. I think that's going to do it. My name is Liam Statz. I was joined in the booth by Jacob Spoerl, Mateo Machino on the computer, Lexi Hull on the camera, and back at the studio, Marie. Thank you very much for listening. Just a reminder, you are listening to WWSP Stevens Point, the student voice of Pointer Athletics, 89.9 FM, your only sports alternative. If you were following along online, this has been Pointer Studios, brought to you by Sports Point. From all of us here in the booth, KB Willet Arena, good night, everybody. Throwing it back to the studio for more music.